representative of the president, talking with the Pope for longer than it was even as many of us here are in this conference. And what they care about most of the time is how much you go give us after. It's a very sign of failure. I liked everything, or 90% of the, and I am in total agreement with my learned senior here, what he said. But each time he closes a statement, he says, may God help you. In Jesus' name it will work. I don't believe that. Faith without works. If you live here, you want to act and you don't follow me and ask some questions or demand some revision, it's not going to work. So don't think Jesus is homeless to start looking for you. Everything you do, the work has to be seen. Everything you do, a human being. Angel, tell them to move this thing from here to here. The miracles some of you believe in is the reason you are here where you are. I'm a living testimony of what you would want your son to be in some areas. All the while you've known me, I've been on TV. I've been acting, right? I only went to read law to create better value for myself. At least if they talk about Nollywood today and are there lawyers in Nollywood? You say yes. Richard Moffett Amejo, Kanayo O Kanayo, Kenneth Okonkwo, right? That's a step I took out of entertainment to add value to myself. The question is, what value have you added to yourself? What value have you added? Are you just part of the crowd? And you think, say, to get money like that? No. At least I can talk law with him now. I can also talk entertainment. He will ask me questions on entertainment. I'll be an authority in it. Then he will teach me how to now create a legal balance between that and entertainment. And we'll begin to make that as a policy. So, he talked about the first thing. I want to reiterate, read. If you don't read, you can't be a leader. I'm not recycling what he has said. Reading. Critical thinking. You must be a critical thinker. There's no lawyer who goes to sleep like anytime you like. Two things in life that can make you poor. Too much eating and too much sleep. Too much sleep and too much. Forget this thing Oyibo tells you about you must have 8 hours sleep. 10 hours. Does Dangote sleep like that? Yeah, it's good to have some good rest. Don't make a mistake about it. And that's why if our honorable member of the house, if you're not sitting, go to your house and rest. Problem not to finish. But don't go saying, I've been sleeping for 8 hours. You've been sleeping away your life. Or food. Anywhere you see food, you must finish them. Are you aware there are people who go into restaurants and order for 3 cups of gari with 2 big stout? That is their own way of enjoyment. Oh. You are killing your kidney, your liver. So be merciful unto yourself so that if God gives you 70, you live it in good health. 80, you're in good health. I've told God, I don't really tell, some people would say, how old do you want to live and all this stuff? I say, just want to be in good health. Just be in good health. Then he talked about critical thinking. You got to think. Then he talked about strategic planning. But most essentially of all the things he talked about, sacrifice. You know, they call midnight sacrifice. And that is the utmost. Because anything you're doing, you're not willing to give in something for that thing. You cannot. Counsel, I have this, it has refused to go for the past 6 years, or 7 years after being called to the bar. Reading, because my roommate in law school, Abuja, was 28. Guys, I was 58. 30 years difference. He was reading for a first class. At Fulham, they read like that. Our tutorial teacher had called me to say, okay, I see you on TV, but what I see about you is that if you want a first class, you can make it. But you have told me I'm already popular. I'm comfortable, not because I get money, I'm comfortable. So what do I need a first class for? I made a 2-1 in the University of Abuja, Faculty of Law, and I made a 2-2 in law school. He said, but you can make a first class. I said, I don't need it. But that, my roommate, that's what I'm trying to tell you, was reading for 8 to 10 hours every day. I thought I'm reading for 5 hours. You know, bending down to read for 11 months. My waist has not survived it. That is sacrifice. It's not easy. So if you want to succeed, you got to make a lot of sacrifice. For those of you who are in the Niger Delta University and Bayelsa Medical University, please, the only time you have to be somebody is within that 4-year course, 5-year course. Study it well, oh. I told Alfred this morning, and Priya, them this morning that when Buhari said Nigerian youths are lazy, he was saying the truth. But it was said by a man Nigerians didn't like. So now it became a problem. Many of the people who are in the schools today can't even write a letter of employment. If they show you what your daughter writes, if she's not smart, you say, who write this thing? You go speak for pigeon. Who write this thing? Many of you are not challenging yourselves. Many of you copy. Many of you sort. But you don't. Sorting will continue after your graduation because you have started it in secondary school and university. And most of the parents have also become irresponsible to go and help their children sort. I'm saying all these things before I go to my paper is going to be very, very small, but it's good we sensitize ourselves. It's good we prick our conscience to what we're doing right and what we're not doing right. So if you are sorting for your children, stop. The Nigerian society is getting more problematic and challenging because we're not meeting to international standards. Let your child graduate from the university and get a remote job, being here, working for a company in America. But most of them, even when they are in school, that they come out, somebody who comes out with a 2-2 cannot speak well. Somebody who comes out with a 2-1 cannot measure. What then are we talking about? All back to the society. The smallest segment of the society is the family. So if the family is disconnected, disoriented, what comes to the society? So it's garbage in, garbage out. That's what it is. And then mentorship is critical and important. Who do you listen to? Is it the one who is, the lady who is like this on Facebook or see, what are you bringing to the table? Can't you see? No. Guys, mind who you listen to. Mind who mentors you. It is critical and important. And again, don't always take it that those who criticize you are your enemies. They are not your enemies. They are the best weapons to your growth of a tomorrow. Now, in telling you what I want to tell you today, I work with the 3 C's. Alfred has been on my neck quite a while, for over 1 year. In fact, when he got across to me, I said, nah, this is May next year now. Make a rest now. So he's been on me since. And since then, I came back from Uganda last month, went to present a paper and received the African Icon of the Year award. For the past 3 or 4 weeks, my head has been hot because I have a large followership in Zambia. So they have an African Business Summit, and I'm the chief speaker next month. So the thing that turned my head, you know, there is places you go to, expectations are very high. Zambia to address over 5,000 people. So so that's why sometimes a cause I don't pick. But I'm trying to bring up my paper, have people make contributions and so on. It's not easy. Oh, thank God. So there are 3 C's that I operate in life that works. It can also work for you. When God created us, he gave us chances. From every chance you have choices. And for every choice you make, there are consequences. I won't say more than that. God created us and gave us chances. For every chance you have it, and for every choice you make, there are consequences. If you are a cultist, there's consequences. It's a choice you make by yourself. If they can catch you, they buy you, right? If somebody knocks at the door, now another person will go open them, because it's either you have killed before, or just like if you're a liar, you have to remember the last thing you said. That's a fact of life. So I said I'm not going to elaborate on it because it's quite clear. So what chances do you have? What choice have you made? There are consequences. That's my choice. I've also chosen from my choice that this actor will be upright. That you can't make this actor push drugs with my popularity. There's one thing all over the world that we have had going for us. Whenever I'm traveling, sometimes and most times, all those custom check, immigration, and so on, they will say, leave KOK. Trust. Now they throw drug inside your bag and so on. And when you come back, you make a lot of money, you're going to shine. I've decided not to live that kind of life. That's my choice. One thing about the entertainment industry, which I told Priya or Victor or whoever,